Senate, right? They have the authority. You ask anything, you got to talk to the board of directors in our community, talk to the Imam. Right? That's the way, and all of us, I'm not saying I don't respect people that sit in the schoolhouse, but if you come up through the ranks, well, you don't know nothing about Salat. You teach a class on Salat. You got to study all the Quran, you get every ayat, all the hadith. Pretty soon you're an expert on Salat. On counseling, you got people coming to you every day. You man, my wife did this. You man, my husband, he got a girlfriend. He said that's a right-hand possession. And he, do he have the right to do that? And you got to become an expert on all of that. But y'all catch me next week, I'll give you the whole spill on that. You go and you research everything. Pretty soon you come back like you do it all the time. Yeah, Those are the people, that's when knowledge is real. Right. Not you sit in a classroom, right, like going to school, ask the kid about something Abraham Lincoln said in his third year as president. They don't even know. Because they just read in the book and they had to know it for the test. You know where they know everything for the test? But after 2 weeks, they don't know. All right, so to the question about the Northern Imam. The Northern Imam played a real good part in, that is if you get on the phone and start calling and live up to what we talked about. We discussed all this. Remember, we talked about writing our own history and writing a good part in there for everybody. That's what we've been saying all the time, and now you know what we're talking about. That this thing that we've been dealing with, now we got to bring it to the forefront. So anyway, Imam Muhammad was a good man. He did a miraculous job. He brought a whole community to true Islam. He did that was his job. That's a big. You don't have to do no bigger job than that, right? That's unbelievable. To take a whole group of people that was saying, what is it? Black man's God and white man. Who was the original man? The original man is Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, cream of the planet Earth, father of civilization, and God of the universe. Talking about niggas. Right? I mean, I'm not down on them, but they didn't make the universe. Right? The Negro don't make the universe, right? And that's what we was taught. Right? And he brought us the La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. And he brought us the only way he could. He didn't have it was no outline for that job. You know where you get a job and there's no description? Right?
Right, yeah.
He got a job and there's no description. So as long as he get to the right road, he can wander all he wants. Cause the chief, the chief, y'all ain't heard them lectures. Oxygen, water gen, hydrogen, different kind of gens. Water gen, riboflavin, y'all ain't heard all that. I ain't gonna even tell you. Boy, the chief, he was on the road. And so, some of the lectures, you couldn't follow him, but he was headed to Islam. Those were real lectures. Sam's son, hydrogen, because he was asked a question about different kind of gens. And he said they got hydrogens, water gen, oxygen, air gen. And look at here. Ox, take a B, put it on the ox, and you got a box. And in a boxing ring, you can't do no fouls. If you use your thumb, it's a foul in the boxing ring. And a boxing is a mitt, not a glove. It is. A boxing glove is not a glove. Glove got each finger, right? It's a mitt. So you got E mitt and O mitt. And then, I'm just trying to remember this stuff, it's 50, 40. The chief, hey man, was on a roll. And at that time, you said, I ain't putting up with that chief. You gotta, I mean, I was in Oakland one time, I don't want to take all your time, we'll pray in a minute. But the chief was giving one of them lectures, and you know, his eyes turned kind of red. I said, boy, the chief was crazy. But the chief was under pressure. He had a whole community and they had no guidelines. What the hell do I do? Right? You got to think about it. Then as he moved on, he got the feeling. You could tell when he got in stride and he knew what to do. But even think about his titles. First, he was a supreme minister, 75, 76. He was a supreme minister. Then he became, I think, the chief minister. Then he became the Mujaddid, which is a good title, Mujaddid revived. Then he became the president. Hey man, he was on the road. He was on the road. He didn't know what the hell to do. And there was no, how do you get these people from worshiping themselves and somebody crazy to worshiping Allah? And he did it. That's a miracle. You don't need to do anything else other than that. That's a big miracle. With the niggas that was with him, I know a lot of them. Shoot. Hey, anyway, so I hope I answered the question, or part of the question. But Imam Muhammad was a good man, and he did a good job. And the minister from New York, whatever his name was, the Imam from New York, he left him in 77 and 78, 77. I think it was 77. And by 82, 83, he had stepped into the position that I was in at that time, you know. Move around the country speaking to all the immigrants, and they jumping up and down. Well, I eased out of that, and he stepped in. Because it was my job to be over here, and his job to be right there. So that's, I think we haven't done a bad job. Are there any more questions or comments?
Yeah, there was a brother that asked, who are the curly-headed crew? That's what someone asked.
The curly-headed crew, does they have a phone number or anything?
No, it's just their YouTube name is Through Unity We Shall Prevail.
Okay, the curly-headed crew. The curly-headed crew is Hashim Alauddin, Brother Wali, Scott, whatever his name was, and Sister Zakia, you know, the sister that called every now and then? Okay. And they were all from UC Berkeley. And we will comment as time go on each one of them's position or condition now. But that's the curly-headed crew. Yep. They were, you know, mixed race.
Yeah.
Although Hashim is Japanese and black, and the other ones Zacchaeus' mama's white and her daddy was black. And I don't know who Wali and look, they were married. In fact, Wali and Zacchaeus was married. The lady that some kind, yeah, they was married. It's a long story, but anyway, I think they're all in a position to play a good part in this step forward. Yeah, they're in a good position. Yeah, all of them. I don't know about Wali, but the others, curly-headed crew. Yep, so I hope we name the people. Yep. Any more questions or comments?
That's it.
Okay. Tomorrow's Juma, so I'm going to go over this. I'll go over the same thing Sunday, but in briefer, I'll go over it as a concept tomorrow in Juma. I don't want to get stuck on. And then Sunday, and then again maybe next Tuesday, because we have to, there's too many pieces missing. Too many pieces missing. So, thank you very much. As-salamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.